Good afternoon. If you can hear me, it is still processing, but sometimes you guys can already hear me before it actually tells me that we are live. So if you can hear me early, thank you for tuning in on 6 Plus Facebook or YouTube. I think we are just about to go live now. I am going to give you about a 8-9 minute brief update, go through all the weather data because we do have a severe thunderstorm watch out for McLean County and most of our eastern, especially northeastern counties right now. So here in just a second, I'm going to jump up onto the wall, show you radar where storms are already forming and what models are showing me what we can expect for the rest of the evening. So again, this will only be about an 8-minute update. Reason being, we will be on air on channel 6 and on 6 Plus at 5 o'clock for the news. So this will be brief, but I know a lot of you are getting off of work, just got your kids from school, things like that, and want to know what's going to be going on this evening. So that is the purpose for this. The severe thunderstorm warning is valid until 11 o'clock, but all models are showing that we are likely to have that canceled early because storms will be out of our counties before then. So let me jump up onto the wall and we will get going here. I am sending a mobile push as well. So here we go with that. And 3, 2, 1. That should have just pushed out. So some of you may have just gotten an alert on your cell phones as well. I want to make sure that as many people as we can be reached, just because you may have already gotten some sort of cell phone alert pushed out. All right. So there it goes. My cell phone just got it. Let me hop up on the wall and we'll do this now in about 7 minutes or so. So good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in on 6 Plus, Facebook, YouTube. Go ahead and drop in the comments what you are seeing in your neck of the woods. Right now I am in Temple. I didn't see any clouds from Slater to Temple earlier, but now I just stepped out and saw that some clouds are filtered into the area. So we're right on that boundary here, I-35, between the very, very dry air and the humid air where storms are trying to form. So I'll get to radar here in a second, just touching on the weather impact alert. Time frame being about 4 to 9, so storms have started to form. There's only a couple of them on radar right now, but all the futurecast models I'm looking at have it ending by about 9 p.m. in our far eastern counties, so going to move from west to east. If you're west of I-35, you're good to go. We should not see any storms forming too far west of the interstate today. There's just much drier air out in our western counties, so just having ways to receive warnings and things of that nature. Looking out over Temple, like I said, it was sunny a while ago. You can now see these cumulus clouds that have filtered into the area. We've been breezy at times, calm in Temple right now. Our western counties are the ones that are getting the wind, and then if you're near one of those thunderstorms in our northern counties, you may be as well. So it looks like the dry line is probably just to the east of Temple. I can tell you that because relative humidity is very, very low for the time being. It has been lingering. It kind of goes back and forth, back and forth. It's a fluid type situation when we have a setup like this. So it looks like potentially to the east of Temple is where that more humid air is at the moment, but it is extremely warm out there. Watches and warnings map. So this has been around all day, includes Bell County and then all counties west of there. The pink colored counties are under a red flag warning. That is for winds gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Very low relative humidity, very warm temperatures. The sun has been out. We have all the conditions we need for grass fires to pop up, obviously, at this point. So We've had that several days already this early spring. We continue that today. We will have it even more so on Friday, you guys. All the yellow shaded counties, brand new severe thunderstorm watch. Of course, a watch, meaning conditions are favorable. There are no warnings currently. So the thunderstorms are just now starting to form, and I'll get to radar here in a second, but that's severe thunderstorm watch. You may have got the alert on your phone. That is going to be valid until 11 o'clock. But again, I think it's probably going to be out of here before then. So this line, this yellow line, is separating west where there is not going to be thunderstorm activity. It is windier, 22 miles an hour in Gatesville right now out of the west. The southerly flow brings in the more humid air. Basically, that dry line is situated right along the I-35 corridor. Our eastern counties is where the chance for thunderstorms is going to be. Severe weather outlook does show basically that same thing, right? You could see the yellow shaded counties. All of them are under the severe watch right now. Main threats with any storms that do pop up and could trigger a severe warning would be hail, a quarter or bigger. That would trigger a warning, and or damaging winds. So straight line winds gusting up above 58 miles an hour. That would trigger a warning as well. Those are our greatest threats. There's a very, very low tornadic threat, but not zero. It just doesn't look like the mechanics are in the atmosphere for that today. For the most part, radar's been pretty quiet all afternoon. That just now changed between Waco and Hillsborough, already east of I-35. You'll hear me say east of I-35 a lot in the coming hours when I'm monitoring these storms, because that's where the greatest threat is. That is where the severe watch is. Basically starts Waco to west and then goes east from there. And you can see a couple of very small storms. Doesn't look like there's any hail yet. These are not severe storms right now, and just fired up over the past 45 minutes or so, moving at a pretty good pace. I would just tell you, because my eyes are well trained at this point, these little storms right here to the east of Elmont, headed toward Coolridge and Mejia right now, probably moving 25 to 35 miles an hour from west to east. So it's not going to last very long at your location. Gusty winds, brief heavy downpours, thunder, lightning as well is what you can anticipate for. So right along the I-35 corridor is likely where these storms continue to form over the next 2 hours or so, and very quickly travel into our eastern counties between, I would say, about 6 and 9 p.m. is the primary time frame, besides the storms that I just showed you that are already east of I-35. You can see potentially this model, the graph is showing down towards the Brazos Valley and in our eastern counties near the I-45 corridor. The storms could strengthen, peak around 7 p.m. and then be out of here by about 8, 9 o'clock. So I would not be surprised if they end up canceling the severe watch for some locations once the storms move east. There's not going to be new ones that are popping up towards the west. I'm going to show you a second model, and I have about 3 minutes to go because they're going to need to do mic checks and stuff like that. You can turn on channel 6, by the way, and I'll do another one of these here in a little while. But this second model is showing basically the same thing. You can see the westerly flow, dry in our western counties. Everybody's warm in the 70s and even upper 80s some locations. And the precipitation is primarily east of I-35. Isolated thunderstorms can be moving west to east. And again, the biggest threats today with these isolated storms that certainly not everyone is going to see would be gusty winds, hail around an inch in diameter. So it doesn't look like we're going to have giant hail or anything like that, but it could be just around that threshold to trigger a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll have to wait it out and see if we hit that threshold or not. The highest likelihood is going to be when storms are in our far eastern counties near I-45, not 35. You can see both models are showing by 9 p.m. the storms are out of the area. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel the severe watch before the 10 o'clock hour. Futurecast does show tomorrow we're dry. This was our chance for precipitation today, and a lot of us are not going to see it. Tomorrow is going to be our calm wind day, but hot day. It's going to be 90 degrees tomorrow. It's going to be almost 90 degrees on Friday too, and we are going to be under a critical fire weather risk. So certainly don't want to be burning in anything outside. Honestly, we started that last week. We're doing it this week, and it looks like we're going to do it next week too. Just so you know, 7-day forecast quickly. St. Patty's Day is Monday. Lots of 70s, 80s in the next 2 days. Yeah, we're going to touch 90 degrees for most of us. I will be doing more 6 Plus Facebook, YouTube updates throughout the evening. Keep you updated on these thunderstorms. Again, let me know in the comments what you're seeing. seeing. We are going to be on air on Channel 6 for the 5 o'clock news. We'll do it again at 6 and 10 as well. So you guys stay safe. Again, not everyone is seeing this weather today. Only a couple of folks are, but we do have the conditions in place for a couple of them to get rowdy. So just have ways to keep updated.